Klarna, buy now, pay later company, down at the 200 simple. You can see why you might be looking at this one on the 4-hour time frame. Threats languishing down below at 12.91. If this 200 simple here breaks, where are we looking? First off, the 886. Let's highlight the big gap there and make it nice and clear on the chart for everybody at home. There's a big gap just there, comes down to 886. Be natural for it to push down towards that area. Just out of interest for folks, of course, this is the 200 simple period and 4-hour time frame just here, but also lines up with the 618 golden pocket. So Fibonacci wise, there's been chunks of movement down here where the line of the liquidity bots are likely to come in at. Makes it easy to manage risk. It's been a theme in the show. Obviously, I'm a trader, and the way I look at things is I lose tight risk management. Breaking down below this level makes it very much a less interesting buy for me personally. A major reason for that, of course, is the structural break that would happen at these areas. You see all these lows that come in where we've highlighted there, right? So break that, breaks the structure. You're looking down to face down almost certainly then towards $16, and that movement of 10% on this stock seems like one that's not necessary to take, especially since what could end up happening overall if like these things fail is that you end up in a trade where ultimately something ends up like this happening. I do wonder about companies like Klarna. If companies like PayPal are under pressure because people don't like their logo and brand as much as they used to, and so on, but have had resurgence recently, then I wonder how companies like Klarna fare when they are competing with PayPal, and of course their logo is the worst out of all of them. So I'll just bring up the Klarna website. You can see Klarna there. It's got this pink and black theme going like it's a licorice all sort, and it's all pretty ugly if you ask me. Now, one of the things about Klarna I don't like is that their directors in the past had some sort of kind of, you know, a little bit kind of, I don't know, they weren't so scrupulous as far as I remember. Don't want to say anything negative about anybody. I just think that there would be like elements about the business, I think, that open it up for competition from its competitors once the market gets a bit saturated. So I do kind of wonder if this is expanded though recently. When it says your money treated right, discover a smarter way to pay, save, manage your money. So they are trying to expand into a world that competes more and more with PayPal. I see when they've got their buttons at checkouts on a lot of places and kind of pop-up overlays that come in. You can see a Klarna card there accepted everywhere, everyday money app, kind of the Revolut PayPal world, trying to compete with Venmo but with built-in debt, you know, which is cool because they get to make a lot more from those people who manage their own money badly and don't pay back their debt in time. So it is an interesting, super interesting company. It is operating at an area where you can see that there's a clear buy signal from structure, Fibonacci, and the 200 simple having been hit on this time frame, but it does have problems if competition fears start to rack up. I'm not too sure what the narrative is behind this company right now. Estimate 996. What was it last time? Estimate 994, but they made $1 billion. Cool. So they're good growth there, up to there. Made $1 billion. Not much growth actually. 900 million, and then they didn't report. Oops, before then. That's a problem. So I would need to see if their growth story is staggered and stalled over here. I would need to see that. Estimates here coming in at less than $1 billion though. Their analysts are predicting that their revenue is going to drop to be 10% lower than it was for the prior 2 quarters, which may just be like the Oracle thing. They've not quite updated their estimates. They were wrong last time by 5%, so you know they get it wrong. But I wonder. 1415 also showing up on the 24-hour time frame. Oh, you can see how important it is to not break this level with a 50 simple period moving average just there as well. Yeah, really makes sense. Managing your risk tight on this one can lead to good outcomes, but managing it poorly might not.